I would like to start by acknowledging the first peoples who inhabited this space and place where this hotel is located. Through many attempts to render them silent and to erase their presence, they are still here with us today and having an impact on everything that we do. This attempt to erase, to render invisible, is core to the oppression still experienced by indigenous people, not only in the United States, but throughout the world. I would also like to acknowledge my ancestors and elders. It is because of their courage, survival, and a capacity to thrive against all odds that I am here and standing before you today. As an emerging elder, I think I've already made that point, but as an emerging elder, but this is the next one, and a future ancestor, I feel a sense of responsibility to do all I can do to preserve the beauty, the joy, and the wonder for future generations to come. This preservation includes the telling of stories. As the late bell hook reminds us, people resist by telling their story. It is through the telling of stories that we are able to validate our existence from our point of view, and is a way to preserve humanity. I'm gonna say that one more time, to preserve humanity, okay? It's very important that we emphasize that. When others honor us with a sharing of their journey, we are able to connect with not only them, but a part of ourselves we didn't know existed. With that said, I would ask you to consider the words of Sitting Bull. Let us put our minds together and see what life we can make for our children. This is a very critical piece. As we venture into all of the things that we're currently doing, we have to be mindful of the impact it will have on 7 generations to come. And it's the short-sighted thinking of not considering that can really, really put our children's future at risk. So we're literally borrowing from their future by not being active. It is from those places of resiliency and strength that I come to this experience to you today to give you some hope that if my ancestors could have made it, and all of the things and attempts to erase indigenous people, that we have an obligation today and from here on to preserve this for our children in the future. We have an opportunity to really put on the minds of people that we're going to continue to be a people-oriented culture full of compassion, mutual respect, justice, and genuine love for each other. May we break away from our chains of insecurity, fear, and indifference in order to be prepared to be consistent, persistent, and unwavering when it comes to doing the work that is necessary for us to transform this culture into the one that we so desperately need. And it will take all of us to do this. May we embrace the wisdom left to us by Desmond Tutu about the opportunity that we are in this present moment. We are living in a historic moment. We are each called to take part in a great transformation. Our survival as a species is threatened by global warming economic meltdown, and the ever-increasing gap between the rich and the poor. Yet, he goes on to say, these threats offer an opportunity to awaken as an interconnected and beloved community. I want to be woke. But I'm about to say something, and it'll be people my age, you probably get this one. There was a song that was said, if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. If being woke is wrong, I don't want to be right. I want to be right. I don't want to be right. The question I would like for you to ponder as we sit here today and listen to these amazing stories is, how do we continue to transform our thoughts into intentions, our intentions into words, our words into actions, and our actions into impact, to co-create the beloved community in spite of the current realities we're facing. So I really want you to think about that. How do we continue to do this in spite of what we see happening? So I want you to just trust me for a minute, less than a minute. So just close your eyes for a moment. Think of a time when you felt at peace. You had a sense of clarity about your purpose, your vision, your mission, and your vocation. In those moments, you experience such euphoria, you can't even articulate what you're feeling. You understand that you are a part of all that exists, and you have a desire to preserve this beauty, wonder, and awe of being fully human. You are able to feel and understand empathy. And you realize that you want to transform your environment into a culture of peace, connectedness, and the beloved community. Your only focus at this time is maintaining the connection to do what is necessary to take care of all of those around you. And you feel connected with everything outside of yourself. Now, what I want you to do is to sit with that feeling and use that feeling as a motivation to not turn around, to move forward, to stand up even if your voice shakes in front of all of you, and to do it as if your life depended on it, as if humanity depended on it. And I would say, like the late John Lewis said, then that's the love force that we will use to transform this system that all of us are having trouble with today. The creation of opportunities to make connections with others is essential to our ability to stay in touch with our humanity. It helps us understand how interrelated we are, and that everybody does better and everybody does better. That seems very simple to me. It's almost like I don't even have to think about it. I was with my little 5-year-old niece, and she gets this. Our ability to convey empathy, our ability to understand and share feelings of other living creatures and other humans can help us understand another person's journey and the impact this journey has had on how they think, feel, and experience the world around us. Let's open ourselves to the possibilities and to collective power that we share. Let's open ourselves to connect with each other in a space where we are able to see and feel how we are interconnected. Let us open ourselves to engaging in compassionate and empathic listening to the stories of others, and hold those stories in a special place in our hearts to help us fuel this engine that we know will be a long marathon. May the stories you hear today serve as the foundation of our collective efforts to co-create a beloved community where love, compassion, and empathy serve as core values. And I just have one more message from two of my four-legged, they've gone on to the great beyond, but they were my philosophers. And they basically said, come on, humans, if we can figure out how to coexist, to sleep on the same bed together, to care about each other in this way, come on, humans, we can do this. We can do this.